Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Alive!
We shall soldier on without Kitara Ravache in Congress.
Why couldn't they make him show up as Kitara Ravache? Now, that
Right.
would be so much better.
Right? Just give us a little something festive. Speaking of festive, did you watch the ass kicking of Ron DeSantis by Gavin Newsom? Oh, dear.
I missed it, but I heard about it.
I watched as much as I could because, that network gives me hives and messes my pressure.
Yeah,
I watched as much as I could. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was just a thing of beauty. And speaking of which, Chris and I we've been like this close to Gavin Newsom when we worked on current TV.
Yeah. There's a photo of me looking up at him admiringly, like I'm a complete himbo.
He's so pretty.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
But we were just saying, to get those facts about how successful the Biden administration has been to a Fox News audience. Mm-hmm. I mean, I swear he just like snuck in, kicked Hannity's ass and DeSantis' ass on the way out, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The only thing is, I thought it wasn't fair that they didn't even attempt to touch on DeSantis's strongest point of reference, which is fashion and boots.
Yes.
There were no questions about boots.
Nope.
It was really unfair because that is where he shines.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Gavin was sassy. I was like,
oh, Gavin. Oh, no. What? Gavin.
No, but last night, Francis, he brought it. And let me tell you something.
Always sexy.
I would have made him wear glasses just to tone it down just a little bit.
He's gorgeous.
Because it was just like, he was just standing there all calm, like, and you're stupid. What next? Like, it was amazing.
Can we move the stop in the name of love hand off of Angela's face? Okay, because it's too pretty for it to have anything on it. Okay. Frangela, we prove at the end of every week that we can have nice things when Frangela's here. So I'm going to say, Chris, this story is true. And Frangela will tell you that the Spider Cabal is a very powerful lobby.
Uh-oh.
Are we doing this again?
You're doing that story?
They got to Snopes because this story is true, Angela. You know it is.
The Spider Cabal has taken over Snopes now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how
they're not stupid.
Right? Yeah. A cruise passenger recently made a shocking discovery about a spider while traveling in Europe. He was on a cruise with his wife when he decided to seek help from the ship's doctor to check out the swelling and discoloration in his toe. It was revealed that he'd been bitten by a spider, and the spider had also laid eggs in his toe.
No. Spiders don't lay eggs in people.
He said one of the spider eggs hadn't been flushed and must have hatched. They believe the spider was making his way out, eating its way out of my toe. He said about his second trip to the hospital. Ultimately, the toe was cut open again to remove the intruder before being treated again with the necessary antibiotics. Chris had to kill all my joy by saying, no, this is not true. No. But you tell me, Angela, if the spider lobby they probably purchased Snopes while nobody was looking.
Let me tell you something. The greatest trick that Spider Cabal ever pulled was making you not believe that there's a Spider Cabal.
That's right.
That is their greatest evil feat. Of course it's true. Right now, every night when you go to bed, there is a team of spiders watching you and trying to plant baby army spiders in you. That is why I sleep wrapped in tinfoil every night.
It's true. When we've been on the road, all I hear is crinkle, crinkle, crinkle all night.
But
it's going to be a loud, long, sexy liberal tour in 24.
Right. It's like taking a Stouffer's to bed.
Or Jiffy Pop.
A Jiffy Pop. Now, you know what? When I was younger.
Yeah. I have seen pictures of people with spiders in their ear. So don't tell me, Chris Lavoie. You know they
You ever catch a spider thinking? You ever look and see a spider going like, that's when they're plotting. See, y'all don't pay it. Yeah. That's why I'm on this wall. You need me on this wall. You need me in this corner.
Thank you.
Watching.
Thank you. Okay. Now, speaking of tinfoil, and with liberals, the thing is, I can never tell if something's a joke sometimes,
Okay.
or not. But
All right.
Stanley said, "Why do you always have to put the black women in at the end of the week? That's racist stuff." So I don't really know if that's a joke, but I've seen that before. That everyone said I make Frangela go
Save
to
the
the back
best.
of the week, and is it a joke? Do you think?
Guys, seriously, I'm gonna tell you
is
why
hilarious.
we are here on Fridays at this time. I would tell you, Stephanie has asked us to be here at 6 a.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays.
This is true.
Yeah.
We tried to get the show to start at 10 a.m., but apparently you can't do that.
So have many people.
You just step to Stephanie Miller like that. We are here because we want to be here at this time.
That's right.
Thank you.
It's
Okay,
the celebration at the end of the week.
that's right.
There's
They
what
are.
you
They
get
are
for
the
being
cherry
good
on top.
all week.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Frangela, I say things for you not to. I don't want to. I know you've had to endure a spider story. I don't want you to fall over from shock, but there is strong evidence. Officers in 4 Connecticut State Police troops and 2 town police departments may have treated drivers differently based on their race or ethnicity.
What?
From 2020 to 2022, a new report found.
No.
Now, just in those 2 years, obviously,
Those were the bad years, yeah.
we needed a report.
Every other year was perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I just.
You know what? The reality is that without concrete proof, body cams, statistics, data, information that we can put together and get a larger lens than what Officer Joe says,
Thank you.
Yes.
we have needed that forever.
Yeah.
And we
now-
have it.
Well, we
With
needed a
everything
report.
else. With everything else, we have it. If you right now want to find out how many people in your state voted, how many people in your state paid their taxes, how many people in your state are on welfare or getting some form of state aid, you can find that out. But what you can't find out is about the malfeasance of our paid police officers. That is not an accident.
And we needed a report because we don't have the, for instance, lived experience of every black person that's ever lived. So there you have it. T-Pain tweets, when MAGA says the election was rigged, they mean black people were allowed to vote. That's exactly what they mean. Just on this subject. I mean, this is what I keep saying over and over again. They're panicking about, even talking about COVID, because what happened is more people got to vote. If we can all vote by mail, guess what? You can't figure out which are the minority neighborhoods to make sure they don't have enough machines or ballots, or people have to wait 12 hours in the rain, right? I mean, that's exactly what they're most terrified of.
And it's ridiculous because they could just stop wasting their time, because you know how long black people waited to vote in the first place? You think you're going to scare us with some hours the day of? We talking centuries, boo. You don't have it in you.
Go back to being 3/5 of a human.
You don't want this work.
And when the people who owned us then used us as part of their electoral votes, the reality is that because the Republicans are angry because they can't use black people the way they used to.
That's right. Kanye ain't enough.
Yeah.
They can use him and Candace and with the other biscuit makers, Tim.
And that's where we are in this country. And the code is black, that's what the code is for. There are black votes in this mix.
Yeah. I loved, I can't remember who, black guy I follow on Twitter that I love, but just said about blacks for Trump. They're like, y'all are a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
that just, you heard every racist thing Donald Trump has said in his whole life, and you're like, that's my guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what happens when you don't make children feel special when they're children.
It's true.
They turn into these people who are so desperate for some kind of attention and identity,
Yeah.
they will run to being tools of the most ridiculous and evil people, because nobody's ever looked at them and said, you're a beautiful snowflake, when they had the chance of that being true.
Yes.
yes, it is true.
And then they're angry because those people didn't say it, so then they turn their backs against those people.
Yeah. And let Frances be a lesson to you. She apparently survived a childhood of endless psychological torture.
Right.
A lot of
Yet has
blizzards.
Yeah.
Turned out
Tons of blizzards.
lovely liberal helper.
Let me tell you something. It makes those flowers in the attic's kid look weak. Like,
And yet here she is.
people are always writing us, Francis, going, "Is that true? Are you?" I'm like, "No, that's true. They
That's
did that
true.
to her."
It's true. It's true.
Laura asked me recently. She's like, "Are those stories true?" I'm like, "Laura, they true."
See, Frances Callier,
Yep.
an example of what you can
Uh-huh.
endure and
Yeah.
still turn out to be a
She
lovely
cries every
human.
time she sees a bike to this day.
She what?
To this day.
She cries every time she sees a bike
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a basket.
In case you haven't heard that story, they just gave her a bell, but
Yeah.
not
Uh-huh.
a,
And
not
they
Not a
went
bike.
around the neighborhood,
Yeah.
ringing it.
Ringing the bell,
Hours.
going up behind people, ringing
For
the bell.
hours.
They just laughed at her.
No offense, but your parents sound like the people that hung that bedwetter guy's sheets out the window, and he had to run. He became a famous runner because he had to run home to get the sheets so he wouldn't get humiliated by
Yep.
the whole neighborhood. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
okay.
That's so awful.
But hey,
But he became a great
yes,
runner.
he gained a skill.
See?
There you go.
Yeah.
Like all trauma. It ended.
Francis,
okay.
would you like to go on a 50-mile bike ride with me tomorrow? I bet you would.
She'll take her bell and run
Yeah.
with you.
Let me tell you something though. You ring a bell and Francis moves.
That's how we get her on stage for Sexy Liberal.
Right.
Ring, ring, ring. Go, 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 go.